Hey, welcome back to Nothing Bougie. Tonight I'm making beef stroganoff. Ingredients. I'm going to make my own beef stock just using the beef bouillon, better than bouillon, and 4 cups of water. To that, we're going to add some Worcestershire sauce, sour cream, some half and half. Excuse me, that's heavy cream. You can use half and half or milk, doesn't matter. Garlic. We're going to use wide egg noodles, and I've got the pot of water heating up on the stove now. Gonna need a pound of hamburger. I've got 7 mushrooms that I'm going to chop up. Gots to have butter. I'm going to use the entire freaking cube because that's going to be extra yum. Half an onion, or if you have like a normal size onion, use the whole thing. This one was big. I used the other half for something else. And I've got a 1/4 cup of flour. That's going to thicken up our sauce. So anyway, I'm going to get started with cutting up the onion and the mushroom, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I've got the onion chopped up. I've got my 7 mushrooms chopped up. I like to get everything ready, before I start cooking. I want to get my broth made. I need to get everything set up. So once I'm over there, all I gotta do is just dump stuff in and stir it up, okay? So I've got 4 cups of water here into it. I'm going to add some of this beef bouillon. And really, it's a matter of taste. I want it to be like a not overly strong beefy flavor, but I want it to be, this is like the main ingredient of the sauce. So you want it to taste the way you want it. So I'm going to use a healthy spoonful of this stuff. Okay. I'm going to whisk it up. And the reason I don't measure anything, I don't give specifics on how much exactly something has, is because part of being a good cook is tasting things along the way, and making sure it tastes the way you want it. I like salt. My husband doesn't really like a lot of salt. It's really about preference. So anyway, it's about you. It's not about me, right? So anyway, I've got it all mixed up. Just gonna take a little sip, see if it's good. A little bit more. Okay. Yum. To it, I'm going to add just a little bit, a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Okay. And again, I'm going to taste it. I can't even taste it. Let's add a little bit more. That's good. And you know what? When it's cooking, I always taste. I'm always tasting to see if it needs anything. You can add more, but you can't take it away. So be careful not to add too much. Okay, and I'm also going to add a hefty spoonful of garlic because I like garlic. Dump it into. And so this is the base of the sauce, okay? And after I add my flour to the meat and the vegetables, and then I dump this in, it's going to get nice and thick. After we do that, I'll add the sour cream and the whipping cream. But until now, this is about my starting point, okay? Let's go to the stove. Okay, I'm at the stove. My water's getting pretty close for the noodles, but I'm not going to do it yet. I want to try and focus on the meaty gravy, and then when it's done, then it can just sit there on low and I can deal with noodles, okay? Anyway, it's on high. I always cook everything on high. A little bit of oil, and I want to add a half a cube of butter. So essentially what this is it's gravy. So when you make a gravy, you need a lot of fat. So we're gonna keep the fat from the ground beef, and we're gonna have the oil and the butter And you want it to have a lot of fat before we add the flour. And that's what makes it good. I'm sorry, you can't have a good gravy and have it be low fat. Like, what the heck is that? Okay, so my fat is getting all bubbly. I'm gonna add the ground beef. This is 1 pound. We're just gonna chop it up. Chop it up and let it fry until it's pretty well done. It doesn't have to be 100%. Just get a nice golden brown on that meat, and then we'll add the onions and the mushrooms. One thing I will add is some pepper. I'm not going to add any salt at this point because the Worcestershire sauce has salt, the broth has salt, and like I said before, it's easier to add more if you want it, but you certainly can't take it away once it's in. Black pepper. I like pepper. Add it. Make it peppery. Heck yeah. However much you like, you know. If you're not a big pepper fan, add less. It's all up to you. All right, it's been about a minute. The ground beef is cooking up. As you can see, it's not 100% done, and that's fine because we still got some more cooking to do. By the time it's done, it'll be cooked through. So anyway, I'm going to kind of push the meat over. See all that yummy fat and all of the beef drippings? That's going to be a bomb gravy. That's what you want. Don't throw it away, y'all. Don't do that. Okay, grab my onions. I'm going to put the onions on the clear side and along with my mushrooms. Dump it in. And like for the first minute, I like to keep them separate. Meat over there, the veggies over here. I don't know why. Call me weird. But anyway, I'm going to let that cook for about a minute and I'll be back. Okay, it's been a minute. I'm going to stir it all up to combine. And then we'll let it cook for another minute or two. I want my vegetables to be a lot softer before I add anything else. So just continue stirring until it's all mixed up and let it cook. All right, it's been a few minutes. I'm about to add the flour mixture, but before I do that, I need to make sure that I still have enough fat in the pan. Mushrooms absorb a lot of fat and fluid. So I'm just gonna push it over and I'm gonna look. I have a lot less than I did before. And in order to have a good gravy, like I said, you need more butter. You need more fat. And that's why I have this other cube of butter. Excuse me while I just use my damn hands. Okay, and then once that melts, I'll be back. Okay, you guys, my butter's melted. This is the tricky part. I'm gonna try to hold my phone in one hand and do all of this flour whisking stuff in the other. Okay, and this can be stressful for some people. It stresses me out sometimes too. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna stir the liquid because that's gonna go in after I put this flour in, and the process is kind of fast, okay? This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna sprinkle the flour directly on top of the meat and veggies, okay? Then, I'm gonna turn the heat down just a little bit. Whisk it. It's gonna get all thick. It's gonna turn into like this glue, and that's what you want, okay? The flour is absorbing the fat. That's why it's so important to have that fat in there. Okay, whisk it up. Okay, and give it a minute. You want to cook the flour, the taste of the flour itself out. So you just mix it up a little bit and just let it cook out that flour taste. It doesn't take long, like 30 seconds or so. Okay, now we're gonna grab the broth. I'm going to try and do this as best I can. I'm going to pour in about half of this to start with. Okay. Whisk. going to get thick. And you'd be like, oh my God, it's super thick. Don't worry. That's why we have more broth. And God forbid if we add the rest of the broth and it's still too thick, we'll add some water. It's not a big deal. See, it's really thick now. Add more broth. Remember, this broth, it has the beef stock, it has 4 cups of water, it has a couple tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and garlic. So anyway, I'm going to turn my heat back up. The heat will make it thick. You want it to get bubbly and hot, and that's what causes it to thicken up. Okay? So now we wait. So at this point, I like to taste it. I want to make sure that the flavors are there. Really, all we have to do left is just add some sour cream and maybe some whipping cream, and then it's done. So it's really important to make sure it tastes the way you want it. Where the heck did my spoon go, y'all? I don't know where my spoon went. Okay, I found a spoon. So just try some of the broth, you know? See if you like it. It's good, but I do think it needs some more Worcestershire sauce. Just a little bit, like that. When it comes to making a good gravy, a little bit at a time. Taste in between. Add more if you want. Don't go all crazy at once, because you're not going to have a very good meal. Try it again. Ah, yeah. That's the good stuff. I'm also going to add a little bit more of that beef bouillon. I don't need to mix it with water this time. I can just throw it in and mix it up. That's good. Also adding this beef stock, it also makes it nice, deep, rich color. Makes it extra biffy. Okay. At this point, I'm going to add my sour cream. And I do have the temp turned down to low. It doesn't need to be boiling when you add sour cream and heavy cream, because it could curdle. So we don't want that. See, there's no bubbling going on. Maybe a 1/4 cup sour cream. Mix it up. It's so thick now. It's awesome. Yum. Taste it. Oh my God, that's good. Okay, heavy cream. Just a little. Mix it up. Okay, taste it. Heck yeah. So this gravy's done. I'm going to focus on cooking up my egg noodles. I'm just going to take the entire package, pour it in, cook them till they're done. I'll be right back. Alright, so while my pasta's cooking, you want to stir it occasionally. You don't want your pasta to stick. You also want to stir your gravy occasionally. Okay, and I just remembered, this is optional, but I will do it. If you want to make it look fancy, remember, if you add some green stuff, it instantly looks more appetizing. So I'm just going to add a little bit of dried parsley. It looks bougie, but it's really not, right? And just stir it up. I'm telling you what, doesn't that look so much more appetizing with the green? I think so. Okay, you guys, my noodles are done. The only way you're going to know if your noodles are done, first of all, you're not going to throw your noodles across the room and see if it's going to stick to the wall. That's just stupid. The only way you're going to know is if you try one. Hot, hot, hot. Holy they're done. I can tell because of the way it is, the way it tastes in my mouth. It has a good mouth feel to it, so they're done. All right. I'm also going to turn my gravy off. Next step. I'm going to take this strainer. Just going to take the noodles out of the pot and add it to the gravy. I'm going to get rid of all this water though. I didn't try to make my gravy nice and thick and luxurious just to add a bunch of frickin' water. Okay. All right, just mix it up. And it's done. You can serve it up with some garlic toast if you want. I didn't do that. I should have. I forgot. Anyway, mix it up. Okay, it's all plated up. It's so yummy. I'm going to put a little bit of parm on it. And it's done, you guys. It's really easy, but now we need to taste test. Okay, you guys. I'm going to set you down. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Yum. That's good stuff, you guys. Y'all should try it. It's nothing bougie, but it tastes like it is. Enjoy.